morning. I'm looking a little wild, and I'm also repping this very odd vibrator merch from a company that I worked with on Instagram, and I haven't even posted about them yet. So yeah, but it's a really comfy sweatshirt. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, today I woke up, I wanted to go to the gym and like vlog a whole day, but I started my period. I would be wearing a vibrator sweatshirt, drinking a coffee with my hair undone while on my period. I feel like that's just the vibe of the day. So instead of going to the gym and painfully working out while I don't want to, while I have cramps, we are going to, this morning, answer some deep questions that I got off my Instagram. And I also got some on TikTok. So we're gonna go through some of those, answer some deep questions. We're gonna be talking about some deep questions, especially with everything going on right now. I don't normally get into politics and stuff like that, but I did want to address some things because it's just overwhelmingly annoying at this point. It's like, we'll get into it. So let's answer some of these questions. I asked on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me on Instagram and like go give my pictures some likes, because I don't know what's going on with Instagram, but like I swear my pictures are not being shown to people, or people just don't like my pictures, and that would be really, really sad. Let's start with the first one, which is, when did you know Daisy was the one? That one's an easy question for me to answer. So I basically felt like as soon as we started going on dates that it would be something long lasting. I think I've gone on a lot of dates when I was dating, and I was like I felt always a bit unsure if it would continue. I'd be like, oh, I hope that we can hang out again. Oh, I hope she'll text me. But with Daisy, she was really straightforward that she liked me and was on top of contacting me, and just never made me feel like I was waiting around or like questioning if she liked me, I guess. And so right away, I felt super comfortable with her, and I think I just knew right away that she was like a really good fit for me. Obviously, I didn't know she was like the one until we started actually dating and like being in a committed relationship. I fell in love with her, and that was that. You know someone's the one after a while of being with them. I think a lot of people will be like, oh, I just knew right away. And I knew right away that I really liked her, that she really liked me, and that like we felt right for each other. But to actually know someone's right for you, it takes a lot longer, because you have to get to know them as a person. Now after a year, you actually get to know, I mean, obviously I'm sure I'm gonna still get to know more about her even into the rest of our lives together, but maybe around 6 months is when you get to see, you know, some of the negative stuff about somebody, or like their bad habits. I don't want to say negative stuff, but like their bad habits and the things that are a little bit deeper. And so once we got to know some of those things, I realized that I'm fine with them and that we get along really well, and even our negative habits, we're here to support each other. And yeah, I just feel like we're really good partners, and when either of us get upset about something or uncomfortable with something or feeling down about something, whatever it is, we come to each other and we talk about it. And I think that's when you can really tell if a person's a good fit for you, because your communication will really show. We do get into little, you know, bickerments and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we're very respectful, and we hear each other and we learn and grow from our disagreements. Next is advice on how to deal with being in an unaccepting environment you can't leave. I think you're talking about being in the lgbtqia plus community and how maybe your family isn't accepting. I'm gonna take it in that route. If you are in an unaccepting environment as far as family, the first thing I always say is your top priority is to stay safe. And so if you do have to be in the closet to be safe, I would recommend that. I don't want you to be in the closet, but I also don't want anything to happen to you. So I always say, oh my God, I get chills just saying that, because like, I don't know why. Oh my God, I'm on my period and I feel like I'm about to cry. But I'm not gonna cry. I just don't want anything bad to happen to you, and I would rather someone stay in the closet and stay safe than anything happen to them. So that was the start. And then as soon as you can leave, if you turn 18 or whatever, hit the freaking road, you know, save up, tell your parents you want to move to LA, New York, wherever you want to go that you know you'll be able to be safe in a community of other LGBT people. Obviously those areas aren't always safe. It doesn't mean that they're going to be safe, but if you know like an area or community or neighborhood that is more accepting, I would highly recommend just moving and when you're 18 and doing that, and then coming out when it's safe to do so. So that is my first recommendation. I know it can be tough, but that was what I would start with. And if you do know that you would be safe and your parents are just kind of just maybe more negative about it, or they're very religious and think that, you know, it's a sin or whatever, in that way that you know physically you'll be safe and that you'll still have a home, but your parents aren't just, they're just not accepting it, and that's what it is, then honestly, I would try and teach them as much as you can. And if it is being rejected, I would just, you know, it's a lost cause. Sometimes those people are never gonna accept it or never gonna learn, but I'm sure as more and more people that they know come out to them and are gay, they're gonna have to learn to accept it in the best way that they can. More knowledge is the most important thing. So if they can get, you know, if you can get as much knowledge to them as possible, then I think that would really help. The way that you can give knowledge is if they're open to having a conversation and say whatever you feel is on your heart. Knowledge is key. I think that's everything. Like I said, plan for your future. So move out when you're 18, start now, you know, get a job when you're 16, start saving, make friends in the neighborhood so you can find a roommate, all of that. Next question is, have you ever stolen someone's significant other, like from a friend? No, I have not. I would not recommend that. I remember in high school, this girl, oh, actually, now that I think about it, I have. Oh, but they weren't my friend. Okay, let me explain this. I was dating someone and then my friend slept with them, and I remember being like, okay, you're not my friend anymore, so don't do that. Okay, so another time in high school, actually, there was this couple and I thought they were so cute together, and the girl looked just like me. She had like black hair and light skin, and we looked very similar. And I remember seeing them being like, they're so cute. And then when they broke up, I met the guy. I started dating him, and the girl started hating me because I was dating him, which I'm not really sure why, because I'm pretty sure she broke up with him. But anyways, she started hating me, and she was on the dance squad. I was on the cheer squad. And so we had like these rival like friend groups on Friday nights at the football games. Actually, after like a few months of dating him, I went to a party at this girl's house, and I didn't realize I was at her house until I realized that I was at her house. I went up to her and I was like, I hope it's okay that I'm here. I honestly, like, I'm not trying to start anything. All my friends wanted to come to your party and I didn't realize it was your house. And she was like, it's okay. And ever since that day, we became best friends. We were inseparable. I broke up with my boyfriend, and like we were best friends throughout high school, and even to this day I absolutely love her. Her name is Jasmine. Yeah, that was a really weird story. I didn't steal her boyfriend, and we weren't friends before, but I don't know, just reminded me of that. Okay, so here's the question that I was really excited to answer. It says, what in your opinion is most important in life? To me, there's two things that I want to say. One of them is that the people that you love, keep those relationships strong. That is the most important thing. Love with your family, friends, just people that you care about, that care about you. It doesn't have to be family or friends, but like find your people and love them and love them and love them. So that is the most important thing, in my opinion. It's love for people in long form. So I know not everyone has family that they can count on, but if you have those friends that feel like family, then that's what you need to do. Or if you do have family, like count on those people and create a relationship with them. That's really important because that means everything. And then the second thing that I think is most important in life is honestly to just focus on your own path. Focus on your own life. Things that don't affect your life shouldn't matter at all to you. I know that sounds kind of weird, but what I'm implying and what I wanted to talk about is like the politics going on, abortion rights. My thing is, and maybe some people aren't religious and they still support making abortion illegal. I'm not gonna say pro-life because it's not life that you're, you know, the people alive are the ones that need the support. My thing with that is, even if it isn't to do with religious beliefs or anything like that, why are you worried about what other people are doing with their life? For me, as long as you're not hurting me, you're not hurting somebody else, what does that have to do with me? If you don't want to get an abortion, if you don't want to be gay, then don't. I just don't understand why that has anything to do with you. Like, to me, that makes zero sense. To me, it honestly baffles me that people care so hard what someone else is doing. I just don't care. Like, if you choose to not do any of those, I don't care. Do or don't do whatever you want to do with you. And I'll do and not do whatever I want to do with me. I think one of the biggest things in life is to accept people doing whatever they want to do with themselves, and you minding your damn business and doing whatever you want with yourself. Having just respect for other people is so important, and letting people choose what they want to do. So I thought I would say that. I don't normally talk about like politics and stuff, and it shouldn't even be politics. It's like weird saying that is politics. You know what I mean? What does that have to do with our government? It really just doesn't. That shouldn't even be part of any of that. I normally don't talk about things like that on my channel because I feel like, and on my Instagram and stuff, because I feel like not really necessary. I feel like most people on my page kind of have the same views as me, and I feel like I'm not reaching anybody new by saying those things, especially on Instagram. But on YouTube, I know that most of my viewership are people that are not subscribed. So I know I'll reach a bigger audience, and so that's why I thought it was more appropriate to say it here than on Instagram. Yeah, I think the most important things in life are love and minding your business and having mutual respect for other people minding their business. I think that's all it comes down to, is having respect that everyone has different views and everyone should have a choice to live their life however they want to. And I think that's what we're lacking, is that respect for people. And I saw this TikTok and I'm absolutely fucking dying over it. So good. I want to show you.
The Bible says this, the Bible says that. What the fuck does that have to do with me? I'm not in your little book club. So the rules in the little book club don't apply to me.
I love that TikTok. It is by Legacy Emma on TikTok. What does anything you're choosing to do with your life have to do with me? And like, why are you worried about what other people are doing? There are enough babies in the world if you're worried about that. We're overpopulated, so what are you worried about? Like, the human race is not going extinct. We don't need to have kids. Like, we're not in a drought. There are enough children on this planet. Okay, so let's move on. There's another question that says favorite viewpoint. And I think that's still my favorite. That's my favorite viewpoint. You know, mind your fucking business is my favorite viewpoint. Okay, this is a great question. This says, do you ever lose sight of other parts of who you are because you do OnlyFans as work? Great question after what we just talked about. Do I ever lose sight of parts of who I am? I was just talking about this with a producer for a show that I'm actually gonna be on. And she asked me about OnlyFans and like how I feel after starting my OnlyFans. And I told her that it has been so empowering. It has been so eye-opening, honestly, to the types of people that I surround myself with. And like I said earlier, like, if it doesn't affect you, why are you judging? Like, it doesn't affect you. And so I just found that me doing this has been such an awakening for me. I love that I started OnlyFans. I've never felt so empowered in my own skin. I've never felt so confident in my own skin. I've never felt so confident to say who I am. I think I used to be afraid to say, oh, I do YouTube. I used to be embarrassed almost. I used to be afraid to, you know, just be my full self. And when you do OnlyFans, everybody knows you do OnlyFans. So you have to be your full authentic self and people are gonna know it. So I finally shed those layers of feeling embarrassed about who I am, whether it's this or that or whatever. I fully stripped that away. You know what I mean? Like figuratively and literally, I've stripped the mask away and I can show who I am as a human and be confident and proud of who I am. For the longest time, I remember in I think I was like in middle school or something. I used to watch the girls next door on Playboy and think, I want to be in Playboy so bad. And I knew that they posed nude. I was like, I want to be on Playboy. I want to be in Playboy. I want to be a centerfold. I want to be a Playboy bunny, please. Like, that was I loved it. I thought it was so beautiful. I thought they were so confident and they didn't give a fuck what anyone said about them. They didn't care. Like, to be that real with yourself, that you do not give a fuck what anyone thinks of you, that you really shed all the layers and there's nothing to hide at that point. I think what I really loved about making YouTube videos in the first place was that I could be my genuine, authentic self, that I could say my feelings, opinions, and thoughts. And yeah, some things are embarrassing that I've made on YouTube. And, you know, I don't do like the trendy stuff that gets all the views, but I'm real and I'm honest. And I feel like I had always been doing it on YouTube, but OnlyFans really pushed me not give a fuck what anyone thinks. I feel like I've never lost sight of who I am through doing OnlyFans. I know that was like a long drawn out answer for this, but I never lost sight of who I am because I feel like it only helped push me in the direction of being confident, being who I am. You know, if someone asks me, oh, do you do OnlyFans? I don't hide it. I do OnlyFans and I'm proud of it. I love it. I feel confident. I feel beautiful. And I get paid to be literally free. Like, I get paid to be free. That's what I get paid to do whatever I want and be free. I've never lost sight. I've always felt like I was going in the right direction. And if you do feel like you're losing sight, I would take a step back. It's not for everybody, and that's okay too. It's all about your mindset, and if you want to be confident in it, you can. Now let's go to some of the TikTok questions. If you have ever had to correct a mistake in your life, what would that be? I'm not gonna go for the obvious one, which would be like trying to save my dad. If I had to correct a mistake in my life, if I had to, it wasn't that I, you know, if I could, would I? So if I had to correct a mistake in my life, what would it be? Okay. If I had to change anything that I've done in my life, I would change how I went about doing YouTube the first time. I would have stuck to what I was doing and I would have been more consistent with it. So it's not really a mistake. It's not like I did anything wrong. I was embarrassed, like I said, because sometimes videos were embarrassing. Sometimes they were cringy. You would think people were judging you and they were. Like, I remember I used to hang out with this group every once in a while. And I remember one of the people in the group told me, when you guys aren't around, we sit around and watch all these people's YouTubes and make fun of them. And I knew they were talking about me. And then I remember another time, there was this YouTuber who actually stopped doing YouTube, but was friends with one of my close friends. And when I was hanging out with my close friend, afterwards, they went and hung out. And apparently that YouTuber said, you hang out with Alanah? Like, is she even relevant? So that was not nice. But I would have gone about YouTube a little bit differently back. Like, if I could change anything, it has to do with YouTube, because I think I would have been more confident with it. I would have stuck to what I was doing that was doing really well back in the day, because I had like a moment of like really great stuff and it was really fun for me, but I started to get in my head, I guess, and I took a break, and then that's what really threw me off. But like I said, now I just feel confident to just do me, and I wish I would have done that back then, because I think it would have been really, really good. That's what I probably would change. There's other things in my life that I wish I could change, like, you know, my dad passing, but I don't think there's anything I could have done differently to keep him alive. So I'm gonna go with the YouTube thing and not get too deep, you know what I mean? Okay, so I think those are all the questions I'm gonna answer today. I think we've had a good run. I've definitely let out some like thoughts that I've been bottling up. You know, I'm on my period. I really woke up in a mood today, didn't I? I'm in a good mood though. I just don't wanna go to the gym. Halfway through my coffee now, I am going to go make some breakfast and enjoy my Cinco de Mayo. Hope you are as well. I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you have any questions for another like Q&A type video. You can leave all your questions in this video, and then maybe in in a couple weeks we'll do another Q&A type video, because they are fun to just sit and chat and like hang out with you. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the comment section. Bye.